neighborhood old soldier's been AWOL for a quick minute. And if you're wondering why, well, I just really haven't felt like I needed to add anything that people are already talking about. One. For two, it's been taking some time to focus on my business, my family. So I've just kind of sat back, recharged, if you will. So I'm going to talk about a whole host of things in a short amount of time that I'm going to try and cover. Why? Well, just am. Let's talk about all the wildfires going on around the world. Notice I said around the world, not just the United States, not just Canada, around the world. You think that many forest fires around the world all at one time is pure coincidence? Not safe for work warning, you're a dumbass. Plain simple. The way the federal government's treating the people of Maui right now is abhorrent. My thoughts behind it? Somebody set those fires intentionally, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Now there's this rumor about some energy weapon causing these fires. Is it plausible in this day and age? Absolutely. Is that what caused it? I'm more inclined to believe somebody with a book of matches and some gasoline. Just tell you what I think. If you believe in the laser beam theory, so be it. And you could be right. Either way it goes, I don't think all these fires started by themselves, and I don't think they're all started by natural causes. Now, you look at Canada and their communist dictator, you know, Castro's little illegitimate bastard, not safe for work warning, or children. He's touted these so-called 15-minute cities. He's all about it. So how do you get all those people out of the wilderness in Canada? If you don't know anything about Canada, folks, once you start getting north of the majority of their major urban centers, it gets very rural. There's people living out there off the grid, basically. Way up north in Canada is like living in Alaska for us. And what do I mean by that? You've got people out there living in cabins. They're heated by wood in the wintertime. They're cooled in the summertime by opening a window. Alright? They cook with natural gas or other alternative means. They're out there living. I mean, truly living. So how does Canada get those people under control? Well, burn them out. Give them no place else to go. Because with those forest fires, you're depriving them of natural resources. It's going to take almost 100 years for a lot of them to come back. Okay. Now, old soldier, you're way out on a limb there, aren't you? You darn skip, I'm way out on a limb. I mean, think about it. Maui, one of the prettiest islands in the Hawaiian Islands. A lot of valuable property there. But if you can't get the people to own it to sell, because the government has other ideas, or that communist administration that we've got in the White House right now, we all know Joe Biden not in control of anything. He's just a mouthpiece and a puppet, if that's even Joe Biden. Alright? Check his ears, look at his eyes from older photographs. Might be his brother, the one they reported that died. Just as much a pedophile and a pervert. And YouTube, I don't care if you take this video down or shut my channel down. I really don't give a rat's rear end. But any man that sniffs children the way he does, touches children the way he does, and ain't in jail, something wrong with that picture, boys and girls. constant lies that are coming out of Washington, from both the left and the right. Sickening. The power struggles are going on right now for this upcoming presidential race. Woo! Next year, the big lies are really going to start to come out. And that's if you got faith in the election system, because they're still debating some of the issues with the voting machines across the country. There's also now rumored of, a new strain of the Chinese bioweapon that hit us a few years ago when the Chinese unleashed it on the world to help move along the new world order and the global economy. And that goes to say is that now, because we're coming into one of the most potentially electrifying elections that we're ever going to see, now we got to scare the people again. There's a new variant coming out, and they say it's 10 times more deadly than the previous one, and we got to get it out, because we got to get this information out, because if we don't, people are going to show up at the polls to vote and spread it. We can't have that. So it's going to give them another excuse for mail-in ballots. And that's going to be tricky, because how many illegal immigrants have come across the border? Yeah, illegal immigrants. Ain't undocumented persons. They're illegals. They broke the law. Don't believe me? Go ask New York City. Now their mayor's wanting people to open up your homes to these people, because I don't know what I'm doing and I let them come here. Y'all got to help me out. If you got a spare room, let them stay there. But I don't know who these people are. Y'all didn't bother to vet them at the border, so why should we bother to put them up? But long story short, all those people come in. Now we go to mail-in balloting, give them an address. Yeah, I live here. Yeah, I'll vote. Yeah, I don't care. Do you want me to vote? Oh, that Biden guy? Yeah, all right, too easy. Or you don't vote for him, you can be out on the street. He can let you stay here no more. And for all them lip-turd communists out there that seem to think that Joe Biden's still in charge of anything, well, y'all are a bunch of dumbasses too. Let's talk about gun control for a minute. Apparently this week in Tennessee, there's some measures supposed to be going to the state legislature about enacting more gun laws in Tennessee, all because of the mass shooting that happened in Nashville. And if you read anything on it or in it or about it, it's a bunch of horse mess. Plain simple, cut and dry, plain simple. Before I forget, anyway, that's with your brother Kyle. It's been a while. Hey, I made a rhyme. Maybe I should be a rapper. Not. But anyway, they want to propose more gun control in Tennessee. Why? It didn't stop that little girl from going and getting guns. It did it. Even though she clearly had a mental issue. And for anybody that thinks that it was a man, no, it was a woman. A woman that wanted to be a man, but, was born with the wrong plumbing. Or, let me rephrase that. She was born with the plumbing God gave her, and somehow she got a mental issue in her head and, was persuaded to think that she ought to become a man. Yeah, YouTube, I said it. You don't like it, kiss my rear end. I'm not playing with other people's realities. That's what they want to believe. They can believe it all they want, but it don't make it right. And it don't make it the truth. And it don't make it fact. So if I choose to ignore their wants and their pleasures to speak fact, and it offends them, well, they just got to be offended. Okay? You got to be offended. But again, Tennessee trying to talk about proposing stricter gun control measures. Why? And to any liberal communist that's watching this, that may watch it and decide to criticize, which I don't really care, guns aren't the problem. And this lie that's coming out of the CDC about the number of children killed by guns every year is a bunch of bullshit. Not safe for work for children. Sorry, guys. But it is. It's a bunch of bullshit. Plain, simple, cut and dry, to the point. The data and the numbers are skewed. More kids killed in car wrecks than there are by gun violence. Go look it up. But I know what the CD's saying, but they're counting numbers in there that technically aren't children. And they're also counting gang violence. Gang violence. You know, the hood rats and the thugs running around shooting each other over, you know, you stole this guy from me that was buying my drugs, or you looked at my woman the wrong way, or you're on the wrong block, dude. You're wearing the wrong color. You got the wrong tattoo on. You come from the wrong neighborhood. I just don't like it because I just don't like it. Okay? Counting that gang violence as that statistic. And it's so wrong doing so. That's gang violence. Not gun violence, it's gang violence. Their preferred method is guns. Okay? Suicides. They're saying because people have easy access to guns, it makes it easier for suicide. No. If someone really wants to kill themselves, they're going to do it. And if they don't have a gun, they're going to pop pills. If they can't do it with pills, they're going to get in a car and drive into something. Or they're going to go float out in the lake and tie weights to their legs and drown. Okay? Cut their wrists. How they do it doesn't matter. But they want to count, the gun controllers want to count those suicides by gun and gun violence deaths. Bunch of horse shit. Pardon my French again. I'm just sick and tired and fed up with it. I'm fed up with the inaction of the Republican conservatives. They talk, but they don't back up. They don't walk their talk. There might be a handful of them. Not enough to make any difference. And then the Democrats, they're a bunch of communists. All of them. No more blue dog, yellow dog Democrats actually give a crap about the American people. They're only worried about their slice of the pie. So, all I can tell you, folks, hold on. It's going to be one hell of a roller coaster ride next election season. I don't care who you vote for. Chances are the people you vote for are going to be the ones you won't put up there anyway. I got 2 senators from this state, and they're absolutely worthless, and I voted for both of them. It's better than the alternative, I guess. I've got a representative in a district I got moved into because of gerrymandering, because the Supreme Court wouldn't uphold what the North Carolina State Legislature said was the right voting districts, because a bunch of lip-turd whiny butts said it was racially not wrong, but it affected people on racial lines, I'll put it that way. A bunch of horseshit. A lot of it stemmed from that fat piece of crap Reverend William Barber, the buffet slayer. Look him up. Look him up. Man calls himself a man of the cloth. He's a piece of crap. He's a race-baiting hustler. Takes all his plays out of the Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton playbook. The difference being he hadn't gone and got that stomach surgery like old Al did and shrunk up the size of a toothpick. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Al Sharpton used to be a fat ass too. Running around in his little nylon jogging suits, raising trouble with a cane. Well, William Buffet Slayer does the same damn thing. If he falls down, you know, it'd cause an earthquake in Raleigh. But he stirs trouble when there's no trouble to be stirred. Back when Pat McCord was governor here, and he got the state legislature to pass the first North Carolina voter ID law, this fat turd went around talking about how unfair it was to black people because they couldn't go get a driver's license. Well, the law didn't say driver's license. It said an ID. And told the people that if you couldn't afford one, the state would pick up the cost of the ID, which was $10. So he comes out and said, well, they have no way of getting there. I throw back the argument. You sure enough come up with buses to take them to go vote. and register the same day to vote. You can't go. You can't go find them same buses to take them to go get an ID at the DMV. All you need is a birth certificate, Social Security card. And if you didn't have $10, the state was going to cover it. So they went back to the old argument. Well, because black people can't get a driver's license. Again, not a driver's license, state ID. Yeah. Anyway, folks, that's enough of my rants and my raves. I'm headed to work. Yeah. College called me back and asked me to come in and fill in for a former co-worker while he's out for some medical stuff. So I want to teach some residential wiring to a group of young men that are interested in furthering their lives and their careers instead of running around doing other stuff. But yeah, I'm going to close with this. There's an app. You can look at it on the web. You don't have to download the app. It's called Newsbreak. Now, I monitor here at a few other places. And one thing I've noticed about the greater Fayetteville, North Carolina area and another area that I monitor is some of the headlines in some of the papers. One of them, rash of crimes, increase in gun and drug violence. And almost the same identical headline in this other municipality I watch. There's a greater evil at play here, folks, that we don't realize if you're not paying attention. They own the media. You can YouTube the one where it shows all these local affiliates all mimicking and parroting the same line. And they're all controlled by freaking communists. Now, I've told you before, I'm going to tell you again. Get the naked communists, read that from cover to cover. Get into the mind of the enemy now. They will lie, steal, and cheat to get their way. And mark my words, folks. Mark my words. This coming election is not going to be good. Not going to be good. You haven't made your preparations now, I don't know what to tell you. But I tell you, if you can, and you can get it, get the ammunition for your firearms and pack it away and put it away. Ammunition prices are about to go up, folks. Gun prices are about to go through the roof if that dipshit in the White House's executive orders go through. And if the lawless ATF continues to push the stuff they're pushing, gun ownership is going to get harder and harder. So if you got the money now, get it while you can. Put it away, save it for a rainy day, or a day when they come to collect. Because I will tell you, when they come for mine, I can take my cold dead hands and me laying on the top of a pile of brass. Said it. Folks, y'all stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Tune in. Engage what's out there. Hold on. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Until I get another one out, unless they knock this channel off the air after this one, because y'all stay safe out there, my friends. God bless. Take care of yourselves. So